know the president moved forward with mass layoffs, so we are also learning there were significant cuts to staff at the special education services. Are you comfortable with those cuts?
I haven't seen the specifics of that, and I don't know. We worked on repealing and replacing Obamacare back in 2017. I still have PTSD from the experience.
I want to jump into a few clips of MAGA Mike Johnson being called out by reporters for another horrendous part of these MAGA layoffs, them clearing out the special education staff at the Department of Education, and some of their attacks on healthcare during this as well. So if you can, leave us a like on the video. It helps us out a bunch. We're trying to get to 30,000 subscribers. We really appreciate each and every one of you, and let's get right to the breakdown.
We know the president moved forward with mass layoffs, so we are also learning there were significant cuts to staff at the special education services. Are you comfortable with those cuts?
I haven't seen the specifics of that, and I don't know. I do know that each of the cabinet secretaries were asked to assist OMB to determine what the most essential programs are and what the priorities are for the policies and all of that. And I've been so busy on all this, I've not had a chance to dig into the details of each division and how it's happened. I know that HHS, for example, has cut some programs, but they were effectively all agencies in a triage situation.
Right. So again, the question is, are you comfortable with special education services being cut, their offices literally being wiped off the map for literally no reason? And instead of answering, he pivots to, oh, the Democrats, and here's some HHS services that were cut. Like, for the details, this is those responsible for directing special education funding and making sure that states are providing adequate special education services. These offices, it's OSERS, OSERS. They also aid in offering guidance to many families, and they make sure that everything stays up to the IDEA, that's legislation for intellectual disabilities education advancement or achievements or something of the sort. This is almost 500 jobs that have been cut by the pro-life party, the Think About the Kids party. So that shows about how serious they are with those things, which once again shows how hilariously untrue that title has always been. Pro-life was just controlling women.
You've been very critical in recent days of Obamacare, and some of your members have called for repealing it. Do you support repealing Obamacare, and what's your healthcare plan?
We worked on repealing and replacing Obamacare back in 2017. I still have PTSD from the experience. You remember that John McCain famously did the thumbs down, and effectively by a one-vote margin, the whole effort was defeated. It's a great frustration of mine, and has always been of President Trump's. And we know that American healthcare needs dramatic reform. Let's just state it simply: Obamacare failed the American people. It was promised to be a great success, to make healthcare more affordable. It's done exactly the opposite.
I think it's hilarious that he's out here publicly admitting that he thinks it's frustrating they failed in overturning Obamacare in 2017 because of John McCain, may God bless his soul, when Trump admitted at the debate 7 years later in 2024 that he still only had concepts of a plan to replace it, showing how little these clowns truly care about the American people or their health care. The reform the healthcare system needs, he's right, it definitely does need it, but it needs to rid all the privatization and the profit motives within it, like every other developed country has, which is the opposite of what Republicans are pushing for. They're pushing for more privatization. You tell those who no longer have to deal with insurances denying them because of pre-existing conditions how much of a fail Obamacare was. You tell the elderly that have their costs mitigated by an expanded risk pool how much of a fail that Obamacare is. It objectively curbed our healthcare spending. It objectively helped curb costs, hence why premiums are set to go up over 75% if Republicans let Obamacare credits expire. And the issues within Obamacare are, again, that it still allows for privatization, which Republicans just want more of.
We have to reverse all of that, and we have plans to do it. The Republican Party is the party that has the plans to fix it. Can we completely repeal and replace Obamacare? Many of us are skeptical about that now because the roots are so deep. It was really sinister the way, in my view, the way it was created. I believe Obamacare was created to implode upon itself, to collapse upon itself. I think the people who drafted that, the architects of it, knew that it would not be sustainable because their objective was ultimately a single-payer system. They wanted full government control of healthcare. That's a terrifying prospect. for those of us who believe in low-cost, high-quality care.
We have to be clear. Every country with a single-payer healthcare system has cheaper medicine costs than us, higher healthcare access than us, and better rankings on the Health and Freedom Index than us. Is this just a coincidence? Explain to me why we're going to be the outlier where none of this data that has objectively been true for every other country with a single-payer healthcare system won't pan out here. Why would it magically be the opposite for America? Please tell me. I would love to know. Like, every single country, piss poor Cuba, has a life expectancy that is longer than us, or was for the longest time. I think within the last few years, we're like equal now, or we're like a month or two longer than theirs. But still, like, it's demonstrable given that we are so much wealthier than they are. We have so much better health technology than they do, but they have better healthcare access. None of this, or none of what this man is saying, pans out with reality, but it does equal Democrats bad. So MAGA loves it. And, you know, socialism or whatever, they can also throw it in. That's literally how simple politics is for these people. It's tribalistic. I do, however, love that the party that is literally kicking 15 million people off healthcare, making healthcare more expensive for millions of others, and trying to let over 75% of premium costs go up, saying proudly that they're the party that wants to fix healthcare. I mean, that is pretty metal. I'll give it to them.